Well, hello everyone. Six Pinners. Happy December 2025. Congratulations, you made it to the end of the year. We are all swimming around a 3 personal month, and that is the very definition of the joy of living. If you would like to learn about what this energy is all about, just click on the video link that's going to be at the end of this 10-minute video, and that'll redirect you right over to what's going on globally in December. It is our holy month where we celebrate one another as spiritual beings having a human experience. It is incredibly inclusive and supportive and loving, and reminds us that we are something greater than the sum of our parts as a collective body, right? Yeah. So what you beautiful creatures have, I'm right here with you. I'm currently in a 6 personal year. The coupling that you guys have is 6 and 9. So if you think about it, 3 for the month, our personal year that we're in, 6, and then our bogey and our target for the month itself, that all of these energies support this creative, flourishing, fantastic, illuminated invitation, okay? And I will get into the weeds of that in a second. And I'm really going to get into a lot of the details in just a second. It can be the most exquisite, eye-opening aha moment, and series of moments that you will have had for a very long time, or it can be, if you're not careful, just be a mess and a half. And that is the shadow aspect of 3, 6, and 9. It's a powerful coupling, you guys, or tripling. And so if you kind of dip into the shadow aspect, which I will be covering, just gently remind yourself, make decisions to pivot as fast as you can in how you're thinking and how you're feeling and how you're perceiving things around you, and just get back on the horse of the radiant frequency combination of 3, 6, and 9, okay? And on that note, you guys, we are shifting into a 7 next year. All of us collectively, we will be beginning our 7 personal year journey of 12 months. And that will feel a little bit like a clunk for a couple of months. I'm teaching a live class over at 12academy.com. You don't need to look anywhere. The link is right, and the write-up is right here in this video. And if you get on the roster list, even if you can't make it, the live recording will be sent to your email, okay? But I will be covering every single personal year, what the bogey and the target is for the year, as well as hard hit months to launch specific things inside of. That's what I love about this oracle, is that it is a duck that quacks. And I rely on it for a lot of things that I do in my life. And I think you will really enjoy it. And what is really cool is when you start to get to know it a little better, and you start to put it to use, and you can kind of see that it's producing fruit for you. It's fun to get to know the people in your life, that what their personal year number is, and what's their bogey and their target that they're working with. And it makes really great dinner conversations, and just it adds an element of support that isn't necessarily there on a given regular daily basis. So, and a very interesting conversation to have. Okay, so guys, 3, 6, 9. Let's talk about this. Creative, abundant, expressive, forgiving, visionary, optimism, just ridiculous belief in people that defies logic, It sits in the heart center. It is a humanitarian, and the bold expression of you and all that you are. I know, I'm going to keep going. So you're like, holy crap, Chris, how am I going to do all this stuff? Like, well, listen, if you can live it, you will inspire others to do the same. And yeah, at some point you will hear them say, because I watched you do it, I believed in myself enough that I could do it too. Yeah. Okay. So I'm not gonna, I absolutely know that what is going to happen in December, I keep on moving the table, I'm gonna move my chair back a little bit, that in December, what's gonna happen is there will be an opportunity for you to actually put something down, to put something to bed, and to release something that has been heavy on your heart for a very long time. The reality of 9, if I just talk about 9 for a second, because this is our bogey and target. This is the 6th personal year challenge, really, to embrace the need to let go of old grievances or old pain, something that is old. The times that it doesn't matter when, in the quiet of our, of when we're all by ourselves, or what's going on up here, what's going on right here, and it's in the past. We've been looking in the past. And it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good. And if it's connected to a person or a situation or this repetitive cycle, this month, in our holy month, in our spirit month, is a month that there will be resolution for you. And I strongly suggest that you have a ton of grace with yourself, as well as any other people that are involved, and forgive. The art of forgiveness is a practice of genuinely releasing from ourselves, the heart center of who we are, the core of who we are, places that are heavy. And we forgive for ourselves more than anything else. We practice the art of forgiveness because what comes with that is you feel better. And when we feel better, we're always going to do better in life, right? Yeah, I'm not kidding. So this is the big month for all the 6 personal years in that regard. So guys, with this 9 energy, which is the great humanitarian, and it is the closing energy of release, final, death, death. There's lots of different forms of death. And it could be a way of living, a way of doing, a way of thinking. A lot of times it's how you think about something and how you're feeling about something, and just letting that go so that you can get ready for your 7 personal year, which is immediately moving into a 7-8 combination next month. And that's just a big deal. And you're not going to want to have any dingleberries here like this sliding into next year with you, all right, you guys? So practice forgiveness. Practice radical forgiveness, radical kindness, radical compassion, and keep your focus on, if we just talk about the 6 for a nanosecond, because I'm going a little bit long here, that you still are loving and hugging and snugging and celebrating your community. You're really enjoying each other. You're remaining an active leader who builds people up. You're giving of your time and your energy and sometimes your resources. And it's just this is the definition of the number 6, community, and having a vision for that community. All right, so you can see how 3, 6, and 9 comes together and creates a really dynamic moments in our mundane days that are loaded up with repetition of how we do things and the people that we see and, the food that we eat and the things that we do. And it brings this surge of new in. And that opportunity is to genuinely, with a ton of grace, forgive and let go and stop, just like taking your head, which is there's the past, here's the future. You're just saying, I'm just done. My neck hurts. It releases you in your feeling center. Okay, obviously, and we got to talk really for a quick sec about the shadow. Yes, it looks like this. If you find yourself falling into perfectionism, overly critical, getting stuck on this minutia detail, and you can't seem to find the joy in people's unique creativity, just what makes them unique. If you find yourself obsessively overcritical with yourself and on getting stuck into minutia details, that's really the big thing about the 6 and the 9. There's a couple more things. It doesn't really matter because these are the ones that front load first. You're going to verbalize criticism in covert ways probably, and you're going to front load perfectionism in passive aggressive ways. Just careful as you go here, guys, okay? That's just not gonna work. What comes from that is a fracturing of community, a lessening of authentic connection, and it certainly isn't front-loaded with compassion. And if when we become overly critical of others or perfectionistic, it's because we're doing that to ourselves, right? Grace, compassion, kindness, front load this every single day. You guys make somebody else's life. Give them a gift of your kindness. Make somebody else's life better just by saying thank you and front loading gratitude and be kind and compassionate to one another. Be gentle, be light in your spirit. Front load joy. All right. Front load joy. Go listen to the December recording. All right. All right. I made a mantra for you. And this is, if you need just like some help in redirecting because life can get a little messy, it won't take you but a minute to flip this around. I promise you. This is my month to show up with heart, making compassionate, This is my month to show up with heart, making compassion my compass, letting go of whatever holds me back, and cheering on every unique story in my world. I'm here to welcome change with open arms, celebrate the perfectly imperfect moments, and help lift my family and my crew and my beloveds as we grow together. It's all about sprinkling kindness, embracing fresh possibilities, and building a vibe where everyone feels seen, valued, and ready for something new. Here's to a month of genuine connection, gentle courage, and planting seeds for the kind of progress that feels good to share. And note, that wasn't perfect in how I said it. Yeah, I know. It's just kind of interesting. All right, you guys, I love you. And if you want to jump into the class, I'd love to have you. Any questions or comments, don't hesitate to ask me. Until next year, you guys, we'll be diving into the 7 together. All the loves. Bye.